Hey guys, Dr. Mike Reid from Chiropractic Masters. I just want to welcome everyone to this live feed. And what we're doing, we're just showcasing, our brand new product. It's called the Ultimate Dinner Workshop. Now, the reason why we're showcasing this on Facebook Live is because I've been very fortunate to have built a very busy practice, and a lot of my clients have built a very high volume, very successful practice. And our concern was a lot of chiropractors worldwide were struggling. So we did this quiz, and this quiz basically demonstrated that there were a lot of issues on attraction, retention, conversion, getting people to refer friends and family, issues with regards to team, money issues. And we realized that we had a product that we could actually share to help resolve all these problems. Doctors also had issues with spending, the weekends doing screenings, and although those screenings work, they're time consuming and they can be tiring, especially if you're going back to work on a Monday. So what we decided to do was put together something that we have used in our practices for over, for myself, 10, 15 years. Dr. Clayton, as a client, started using this, and he amplified this program. He took the dinner workshop and he created something called the Annual Patient Appreciation Dinner. And this is where he got his patients to refer a friend, and he puts about 240 people in a room. He advertises it inside his practice, outside his practice, and he'll garner about 60 new patients. Now, if your case average is only $1,000, you can see how he can easily get over $60,000 in extra business. But on average, he's around $65,000. He has as much as $132,000 from a dinner workshop. And I'm not saying that to impress you, but impress upon you that the ability of each and every one of you to do these, whether you do a small group, and the dinner workshop is designed to do that in a restaurant, where we teach you how to find a restaurant, how to negotiate a meal price, how to advertise mostly outside your practice through social media. That would be like your Facebook ads, which would fall onto a dinner workshop ad, and then that would go to your email autoresponder. So it's a 3-step approach, and we teach you how to do that. We've also affiliated with some people who are specialties or specialists in the social media arena that have had and created dinner workshop ads that will produce 20, 30, 40 guests to a workshop. Now I want you to think about that. If you can spend a couple $100s on a Facebook ad and a couple $100s on a restaurant menu, and you get to lecture to people who are fresh, they're not familiar with chiropractic, but you spoke about the healthcare system, you spoke about above, down, inside out, you spoke about how our country is really falling apart, how the world is falling apart with regards to drugs and surgery, and how it's not a solution, and that the real solution is about above, down, inside out. And this is where the light goes on. And we'll teach you the system as well, how to get the guests to sign up for an exam. It's a non-obligatory exam where they can come into your office. They'll get checked for subluxations, get a report of findings. And 80% of your guests at the workshops will sign up. That's just our record. So if you have 20 guests there, 80% 16 will sign up. 80% of those will show up, which means you'll actually come into your practice for the exam, which is quite high for screenings or lunch and learns and things like that. We teach you how to actually close that gap by something called a double close. And then of those people, 80% will actually become a patient. So you can count on roughly, for every guest you have in the restaurant, if you have 20 guests, roughly if you split the 80, that gives you about a 50% closure rate, which is really good because it comes down to a law of averages. I mean, screenings, lunch and learns, most people will get about a 50% closure, and that's very, very common. So the overall picture is about 50% that start care. Now consider 20 new ones. If 10 started at $1,000 case average, that's pretty good. And if you did one of those per month, you're going to be able to grow your practice tremendously, especially for the doctors who are struggling in practice, or for the doctors who are at a pinnacle and they're saying, I just want to really elevate everything to the next level. I want to take my practice to the next level. And that's what this program did. It allowed us to elevate our practices on a regular basis. I would do a dinner workshop and walk away sometimes as low as 5, sometimes as many as 20 into the practice. And what that allowed me to do is really just break that sort of 7-figure mark. And I love doing these. And that's the other thing, is there's this fear a lot of doctors have with doing dinner workshops or doing any sort of presentation. It's easy to do. And it's been my experience that most doctors who do their first dinner workshop go, oh my gosh, I love this. This was phenomenal. So the idea of a dinner workshop saves you time. It saves you money. The return on investment is extremely high. It's a minimum of 8 to 1. So every dollar you put in, you're going to get about 8 back. So it's not a loss leader. It's a cool marketing tool. When you do your dinner workshops, you're also getting your face out into the community. So we teach you how to advertise about, anywhere from, 5 to 10 miles radius to draw people into your dinner workshop. And then you also have other techniques that you can use inside your practice, outside your practice. So your new patients that come in, you can actually invite them to your dinner workshops because they're excited about chiropractic. And then you can, at the end of the year, invite them to your annual patient appreciation dinner, and they can bring a friend. So everything that we teach you, the 10 marketing tools, from inside flyers to window posters to invites to your patients, from the scripting, on how to ask patients to come, from the Ping or Eventbrite social media tools that you're going to use, from the Facebook ads. These are all just part and parcel of what we teach to draw people into your practice. And instead of spending a weekend in a mall, especially in the summertime, that's not a lot of fun. I built my practice back in '92 by doing screens, and that's great, especially for new grads who are trying to build a practice. But when you look at the big picture, it's not fun, because especially if you have a bit of a volume in your practice, like 300, 400 a week, if you're spending that whole weekend in the mall, you're tired going back in on Monday, and you can burn out your staff. So the dinner workshop is an event where you can actually set this up. It takes a little bit of work to set it up. It's not that hard. You do the first one, the second, third, fourth are easy. And then from there, what you do is you go and you lecture. You then have this great meal with all your guests. You then have your team go around and close people, which is really easy to do. And then we have a system you can actually capture people that might have to leave early or couldn't wait to sign up, because it is possible you might be overwhelmed. So we go through every procedure that you need, from how to set up to how to market it to how to give the PowerPoint. And we give you the PowerPoint. We have both US and Canadian stats. And for doctors who are international, Sweden, Italy, or Australia, well, you just go to your country and you just pull up the health stats, which are easy, and you can replace them in the PowerPoints. And you can mix and match the slides. Oh, I don't like that slide. You can pull it out. That's cool. But we want to give you a vehicle with which you can serve more people. I mean, we're serving maybe 10% of the population from certain, stats. I think that's generous. I remember another doctor who did the research said that we're serving about 2%. Well, regardless, if it is 10%, there's still 90% of the people out there that need chiropractic. And when you look at worldwide stats, we're overdrugged. Here in the United States, we take more prescription drugs than anywhere else in the world. It's actually 4 per person. That's doubled in the last 10 years. We're 5% of the world's population. We take 75% of the world's drugs. So Big Pharma has everyone locked in. And I think the solution to real health, to natural health, is you, the chiropractor. And this is why this vehicle is a delivery system that's fast, it's quick, it's going to save you time. I mean, if I had 10 new patients on a Monday morning versus spending a weekend in a mall, I would rather do that. And those people are better pre-qualified because they've met you, they've liked you, they trust you. So we also go through, the powers of influence, how to persuade people through liking and trusting, which is important. So this dinner workshop is never about selling. We don't want you guys to sell. You should never, ever have to sell. You're not a salesman. You're a business, but you're not a salesman. You want to use the power of influence and persuasion to get people to want to come in. So we teach you how to use the Epiphany Bridge and how to use the rocking chair experience. We teach you how to use the emotional close and how to convince people to, hey, yeah, I want to come in and I want to, learn more about, chiropractic. And this is kind of cool because this is an approach that allows you to educate, allows you to even re-educate some of your patients. They want to come and bring a friend. Why not? It allows you to get people to get the big idea. And that's what's most important. In today's world, I think what's important is that we teach our community what health is, because with the enforced vaccines we're seeing in different states and countries around the world, with big pharma, stepping in to control people's health and remove, your rights. And that's scary. And if you don't think this is an agenda, think again. It's massive. So ideally, what you want to do is, excuse me, is be able to use a tool to get outside your four walls. Gone are the days where you can just, hide in your office and wait for people to come in. It's great having referrals, and in Dr. Shreen's practice, my wife, she's a chiropractor. I'm in her practice helping her build it. Referrals are important. We get tons of referrals, but that limits you in growth. And I've always said that referrals are maybe about 50% of your practice. 50% is also external marketing, and this is where you can get out there and do the meet and greets, the lunch and learns. And that's what the dinner workshop is. It's your ability to get out and engage with the community. That's your corporate talks, your lunch and learns. That's your screenings. That's your meet and greets. Any of the meet and greets, the dinner workshops, those are where you're engaged with the community. And the other, I think 50% to really top off your practice is social media. And you can combine social media with these internal and external marketing tools to drive traffic. And there's not a better pleasure when you're sitting in front of a group of 20, 30, 40, or 60 people. You've got a packed room, and you're giving, a free dinner. You have to, be willing to flip a bill for about $15, give or take a few dollars for a meal. You got your presentation there. We give you a checklist of all the things you need to take, because I've actually gone once and my extension cord was too short to hit the wall. So we go through all the checklist things to do and not to do. And you give a presentation and you have fun doing it. And, you never get heckled. I've never had that experience. Most people are very grateful to have a meal and come and listen to an international speaker. And it's from that you can, just build a very, very successful practice. And you can do these quarterly, you can do these monthly, you can do 2 a month, whatever you want. And that also depends on the response you get from your Facebooks inside your practice and how you're building it. So, what I'm going to do is implore you. You'll see links, I think they're right above me. The first link that we have is you can take a sneak peek. There's a little video tour of the membership site. There's 50 training videos, and you can take a sneak peek of, we filmed a little video tour so you can go in there and see it. And the reason why we did it on a membership site is because once you buy this product, it's not like a print product that becomes obsolete in about 5 years. We're going to be going in there, and we also have the videos that we can update. So if we want to change a video or add a video, we can go in there and do that. And Clayton and I were just talking, hey, it'd be kind of cool to shoot a video on how to get testimonials from your patients. I thought, yeah, I can do that. So we're going to teach you guys how to get video testimonials, because your patients who are at your APAD, your annual patient appreciation dinner, will actually give up and give a testimonial, because social proof is key. And we'll teach you direct response, how to get people to respond as well. So you combine those two and you're going to be very successful. So the sneak peek tour allows you to see the inside of the membership site, 50 training videos. Most of those videos have a download, a cheat sheet, a mind map, a script, or you can go right to the very end of the resources and you can download everything, which is pretty cool. We're also giving you a 14-day access to ClickFunnels. For those of you who don't know what ClickFunnels is the ability to have all your opt-ins, your lead sales copy, your cart, your membership sites, everything, your email responder under one roof. And I spend thousands of dollars because I have mine all over the place, but I'm amalgamating them into ClickFunnels. I love ClickFunnels. It's simple, it's easy to use, anyone can integrate it, and I think they're growing like 300 or 600 new members per day. That's how effective this is. So we're giving you a 14-day trial, and on top of that, we're going to give you Dr. Shreen's dinner workshop landing page, so you can actually take Dr. Shreen's dinner workshop. You can try it out. You just post an ad in Facebook, and then from there you lead it to the landing page, and then from there it goes to your email autoresponder. And if you're on ClickFunnels, it's called SendGrid. And that just gives you an alert of who signed up, their email and phone numbers. You can give them a reminder call. And you always book an extra 30%. So if you have room for, say, 40 people, you book an extra 30% or 52, because 70% show up. And we go through all those different techniques and tools. And in there, you have all the marketing tools too, which is kind of cool. So we have flyers, window posters, PowerPoints for the TV system that you can promote inside your office, and tools to promote outside your office as well. so you have flyers, and if it needs to be edited for your practice, it's as a Word doc. So you can just put on your practice information, and you can just, just really just print and put up on the wall. It's really that fast. So we made it simple, easy to use, and it's in a membership site. So attached with that is a Facebook membership tribe, which is kind of cool. So you can actually, once you're a member, you go to the tribe, and you can interact with other people, or myself and Clayton. So instead of calling us, hey, I had a challenge with this, what do I do? We'll send you a quick email. And that way we're going to continually improve this. But there's also bonuses in here too. So we didn't leave you guys dry and not just give you an incredible product. It took us probably a good 6 months in development, the last 3 months hardcore filming, putting things together. And in there we have bonuses. So we actually gave you an extra 6 PowerPoints, which is really cool. So you can go in there, you can swap the PowerPoints out. You don't want to do the health lecture? Well, you can go do anti-cancer code. So do you think people want to show up for anti-cancer? Absolutely. So you have different presentations you can use. And in there, we also have a year's membership to my Jetpack program. So you'll see that in the first link there, the DWS link, because it's going to show you what your bonuses are. So you can go into my Jetpack library and train, and that's going to supplement your practice, especially for the new doctors who are struggling out there. You're going to have the ability to go and learn from my membership site. That membership site typically will elevate anybody about $5,000 or $10,000 a month. So it's going to teach you procedures and financial care plans and marketing tools, which is really cool. I'm throwing that in. It has like a $560 value. Most doctors pay only $47 a month. It's my gift to the profession. It's my gift to you. Dr. Shreen is also giving you a year's subscription to her Thrive Detox Weight Loss Program. We have the ClickFunnels I've mentioned. We have the Facebook group. We have all the extra PowerPoints. And you get a ticket to prosperity. And that's our summit that we have at the end of Washington, where you can come and listen to 24 speakers. So here's what I believe, guys. I believe there's no reason why you cannot build your practice. If you're stuck in a rut, if you're in a place where your practice isn't grooving, we've given you the tools with this dinner workshop. The investment's only $997. It's not a lot. We're giving it to the profession. You can do 3 payments of like $367. So that means you can make your first payment, jump in the membership site, you'll gain immediate access, start implementing all of these materials. And then when you implement these materials, you can actually run your first dinner workshop before your second payment comes out, which means you can make it profitable. I mean, how cool is that? We've made it so a no-brainer that anybody can do this, and it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you can prove to us you've used it and it's not working for you, we'll refund your money. So it's not a risk for you at all. It's a risk for us, and we're so confident that this is the program that's going to help the chiropractic profession really push and elevate its prospectus in the community that we're pretty well giving away for free. So lots of bonuses, lots of alternatives. It's a membership site. There's a Facebook site. I mean, this by far, and Clayton says, I can't believe we're doing this. I can't believe we're giving away such an incredible product, and it is. And we've seen Clayton grow in the last 4 years about $175,000 per month. I mean, that's how the tools in Jetpack, the seminars, the dinner workshop, these are the products that have allowed him to elevate. And he doesn't do screenings anymore. He goes, Mike, I'm seeing over 600 a week. I don't want to do screenings because I don't want to waste my weekends, looking for patients. I don't have to. I do one dinner workshop, and I get, lots of new ones coming in, and I can then spend time with the family. So he's got a cottage. He goes up to the cottage. He spends time with his family, his kids. He's got little ones. That's what life's about, and that's how you build it. So you'll see the link above us, guys, and you can go in there and you can learn more. There's a little video tour of the dinner workshop, so you can actually see the membership site and some of the elements. There's also a webinar. It's our second webinar. You can join us on the Ultimate Dinner Workshop. That's Monday night at 7 Eastern. You just click on that other link, and it allows you to sign up for the dinner workshop. And there's also 3 free training videos in there on attraction, conversion, retention. And these are some of the 7-figure practice secrets that we have given the profession. And that's the second link. You'll see it's W1FTR. And that will actually allow you to see the free training. And basically, Clayton and I just put some short videos together on tools that have allowed us to grow our practice, what's worked. So if you're making mistakes in practice, if you got this revolving door and people are not sticking to care, or if your PVA is low or your conversions are low, go in there. We're going to share secrets that have allowed us to build our practice. This is kind of cool. And you're going to be able to, then sign up for the webinar and just come and join us and learn more. We're going to go more in depth into what's on the program. And what's really neat, here it is, July 4th. It's a great time to celebrate, but I'm so dedicated to this profession. It's just, I think, and maybe I'm going to sound, a little high on myself, but it's a gift that I have. I've been able to take doctors who are struggling in practice, doctors who are ready to step out and sell their practice and buy a donut shop, doctors who are ready to close their doors. I've had one doctor walking out, ready to lock his door, and a friend said, "Hey, come to Dr. Mike's seminar." And, he just took off from there. And we see this time and time again. And there's no reason in chiropractic we should see a 40% attrition rate. The colleges, associations aren't properly preparing you. I know a lot of them are starting to teach business skills, adjusting, and philosophy, which is great. I'm all over that. But I think from the perspective of building a practice, there's a lot of coaches you can choose from. And this is not a coaching pitch. This is a pitch for you to really get out into your community and serve more people. And for those of you who are looking at your stats and going, I suck, my stats are not good, and you're not seeing the growth in new patients, better conversions, better retention, more income, and you're still struggling to pay your bills, you're concerned about your future, your retirement, your kids' education, your self-esteem, then I'm going to suggest this is the program that's going to make a world of difference in your life. And it's really going to help you elevate your practice to the next level. So go ahead, check out the 2 links. The first link is basically a breakdown of the program itself and allows you to get a sneak peek tour. The second link allows you to see the 3 free training videos. And on top of that, you also have the webinar you can sign up for Monday night. And Clayton and I are going to be spending about an hour with you, just breaking it down. The challenges doctors have had, the solutions to those challenges, and then how we sort of immersed everything into one workshop, and that's the Ultimate Dinner Workshop. And doctors around the world who are coaching with us are having record month after record month. It's not uncommon that a lot of doctors are doing 100,000 per month. You go, how is that even possible? How is it not possible? How can a man run a 4-minute mile, or how can men land on the moon, or how can we put probes and rovers on Mars? You've got to think outside the box. You got to think about your potential and the possibilities, and not what you can't do. And this is a fast track springboard for you to get there at that level. So, I think this is an opportunity every one of you should at least look at. Click the links, explore those 2 pages. Join us on the webinar. You can go right in. You can purchase the dinner workshop. Like I said, it comes with your 30-day money-back guarantee. And I look forward to training with you. I'm on the inside waiting for you. There's 50 training videos. Myself and Dr. Clayton have put these together. There's all the resources, all the extras. It's a no-brainer. So I want to thank you guys for joining me on Facebook Live. If you have any questions, just put them in a comment section below, and I'll answer them back to you. And, I'm back at 12:30 and 6 o'clock today. It's July 4th. I'm going to go out and celebrate and chill a bit today, but we're also going to be promoting this right through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and into our webinar on Monday. So if you have a friend, a colleague that's struggling, go ahead and share this link with them. Share it with 4 or 5 other people. Let's, as a chiropractic community, put our egos aside. Let's start working together and getting the message out to the population. And consider this: if we saw only 2% more of the population, just 2%, I've calculated that's an extra 140 new patients for every chiropractor. So if we went from, say, 10 to 12%, 140 new ones. For a chiropractor, we still haven't scratched the surface. And I believe that the dinner workshop is one of the elements that are going to help do that. So listen, guys, I've been chatting now for about 25 minutes. I could go on for hours on this. The links are going to explain all of it. I'd love to see you on the inside and training with us. And you've got all the bonuses from the Thrive, the Jetpack program, the extra workshops, the Facebook Tribe, and Ticket to Prosperity. And I'd love to help you elevate your practice. So click the link above, guys. And thanks for joining me on this Facebook Live, and have a happy July 4th. And we'll see you later on today and into our webinar on Monday. Signing off, guys. Love and appreciation.